तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै शांति 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 असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Good morning. అందరూ బాగున్నారా? బాగా నేర్చుకుంటున్నారా లాంగ్వేజ్? ఆర్ యూ హ్యాపీ? వెరీ గుడ్. Please see page number 82. The first quote in the page, if in this hell of a world one can bring a little joy and peace even for a day into the heart of a single person, that much alone is true. This I have learned after suffering all my life. All else is mere moonshine. There is a lot of suffering in the world. There is a lot of misery in the world. We all know that. What we can do to reduce the suffering of human beings, to reduce suffering for us, only we need to be a little kind to each other. If every human being today decides, from today onwards, I'll be a little more kind to my fellow human beings. Today onwards, I'll be a little kind and compassionate, and I will treat others with love and respect. If you make a resolve, you will make a world a better place to live in. We are harsh to each other, we are unkind to each other, we are doing violence to each other. Physically, we may not be poking anybody. Physically, we may not be, hurting anybody. Using sticks as, we may not be stabbing anybody. But psychological level, sometimes through words, we hurt people, right? We are harsh, we use harsh language. That hurts people. Why all this happens? Because we all believe today that we are living in an intensely competitive world. And we have devised our education systems in such a way, from the day one, when you put the child in school, you tell the child, teachers tell that, parents tell that, you are living in an intensely competitive world. You must come class first, right? Once you give that instruction, what the child learns is, he learns to see all other classmates as his competitors, as a kind of enemies. They also do well, I won't get class first, right? That means they should not do well. For me to get class first, if I have to, stand as the top in the class, they should not do well. That means what we are teaching basically in our ignorance is, we are teaching the child to exclude others. Whereas our dharma says, or philosophy says, our philosophy is non-dualism, Advaita. There is God in everything. All life is an expression of the divine. You must become inclusive. You must embrace all life. You must make others part of your own life. You are not different from other life. That is the truth. In fact, in ancient Gurukulas, the first instruction that would be given to the child is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. Everything is God. Everything is divine. The child will say that, but I don't see divine anywhere. It's all differentiation, it's all duality, it's all, you know, variation, basically. No two individuals look alike. There are so many things in this world. Then you say that there is only one God here, one God finding expression through both matter and also through beings. And the Guru will tell him, you meditate, you will understand, you meditate, you meditate, you meditate. You turn inward and meditate, you will experience that oneness in the midst of all this duality and differentiation. ఆ ఏకత్వ అనుభవం నీకు అవుతుంది ఎప్పుడు వెన్ యూ లెర్న్ టు మెడిటేట్ ట్రై టు నో యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ దే వుడ్ టెల్ దెమ్ try to know yourself first. You know who you are. So from today onwards, whenever you have an occasion to suffer something, something has caused you pain, a hurt, just reflect for some time from where actually the pain is coming, what is the source of pain in your being, right? Turn inward, close your eyes. What is that that experiences pain in me? Body doesn't experience pain, does it? It doesn't. Body doesn't experience pain, any pain. If something happens to body also, because it is the mind which makes you feel the suffering. Yes or no? It's the mind. Something happened to body because mind is attached to the body, identified with the body. It is the mind which brings you the pain. So what you should do when it is the mind that brings you pain all the time, you need to reflect what is mind, what is the nature of the mind, right? We're all educated people, right? We need to understand life in a better perspective if you really want to reduce suffering for yourself. For that, you need to reflect for some time. What is mind? A question. Then the desire will arise in you to control the mind, okay? To put it under your control, to annihilate, to conquer, to make it your slave. Today we are under the control of our mind. So then subject to science begins. Just in the morning, I was going through this budget, yesterday's union budget, and they have recognized now there is a mental pandemic going on in the world, particularly after Corona. Psychological problems have increased worldwide. People are getting into depression, people are committing suicide. This has become a worldwide phenomenon, not only in India. What to do? The government actually now is focusing on mental health also. The mental health of people need to be improved. For that, actually, I think government has planned to open some 23 uh, telemedical centers, something like that, national telemedical centers, okay, to help people get counseling. So that actually, that for mental problems, they can find some solace. You just see which is the most affluent nation in the world is America. Okay, in that country, 43% people are on prescription medicine. As far as external arrangements are concerned, as far as roads and buildings are concerned, there is no other country on the planet Earth where actually things are arranged in such a wonderful manner as in America. So here also today, if you just see the budget, I'm not criticizing anybody. A lion's share of the money will go into infrastructure development, physical things, physical things, physical things. Fine, because to spur job creation, we need spending there on that infrastructure development. But at the same time, when you look at human beings, the suffering actually, even if all the things are very well arranged for you, but still there will be psychological suffering if you don't know how to control your mind. That's why in our society, in Indian culture, we have developed this subjective science. Subjective science means science that helps you to understand yourself. If I don't know who I am, if I don't know how to control my mind, even if I have the best of the things, okay, under the sun, still I will be unhappy. So you need to focus on yourself. So India actually has been the cultural capital of the world. We have invested, has been the spiritual capital of the world. No other society, no other civilization on the planet has invested as much time and intelligence as India has invested to develop the subject to sciences. But unfortunately, the subject to sciences miss the attention of our politicos and policymakers. And they also still believe under the wrong impression that you just fix the external and people will be happy. It's not going to be. If fixing the external actually real brings real happiness, America should have been the happiest nation on the planet Earth, but it is not the truth. Do we get the point? Thank you. Nice day.